So I'm just going to share my screen, and it should take just a second to come up. Okay, I think you should be able to see it now.
Yep.
So I'm just going to walk you through your file. If you have questions at any point, just go ahead and unmute yourself and just ask, or if you wanted to take more time to look at anything, just let me know. So when you submitted your application, it was a common application. All the same information went out to all of the UCs that you applied to. Every UC is going to sort of arrange that information differently and look at it, according to their own processes. So this is just how UCSB does it. Other campuses will do things a bit differently, but this is what our system looks like. So I'm just going to go through all of these tabs and show you what's there. So on the personal tab, there's just all of your personal information, name, birth date, the place that you were born, etc. There's some information about language, a little bit about parents, all of the UCs to which you applied, and the different majors and alt majors, if any, and then your address and, of course, your high school. And the dates of attendance. It says you got a regular high school diploma. So the next tab, this is the schools tab. This is information that we got from your high school, and it's just basically like a profile of your high school for the year that you are graduating. So it just shows, it's in a rural setting, it's a public high school, grade span was 9th through 12th grade, the enrollment size, shows how many AP or UC approved honors courses there were at your school. And then down here, it shows what transcripts or essentially what documents we've required from you. So we required your high school transcript and then also your AP score report, and that's pretty standard. So the Fs here are just showing that they're final. That means that we did receive the final official copies directly from the high school and from College Board. And then down here, it just shows, again, the school that you attended. Sometimes, students go to different high schools. There'll be more than one school, but we have one school for you for all 4 years. We have your PIQs. So I don't know if you wanted to take some time to just read through, and it's been a while since you wrote them. So if you wanted to just take a few minutes to read through these.
Not really. It's okay. You can continue with this. I just wanted to see, what all was included, but you don't have to pause it so I can read it all. Thank you, though.
So we have your 2 essays, and then looks like down here there were no additional comments that you included. So if you had included any, these would be here, but that area is blank, which is fine. Your academics, this might take a couple minutes. Oh, good, it was fast today. Sometimes it takes a while to load because there's so much data. So when you submitted your application, it would ask you, 9th grade, what school did you attend, what courses did you take, and what grades did you get? And it would go 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. For us, because really what we're looking for when we do the academic review is we want to make sure that students have met all of the A through G areas. So we break it up. It's the same information that you input on the application. It's just sort of arranged differently. So we have your area A, just to make sure that you've, met all of the requirements there. Area B, and you will see that there's, so like here is your AP English. So that's just in case there were something missing. So for example, if you missed a semester of English, we require 8 semesters and one was missing, we would be able to use this exam to say it's going to sort of fill in any gaps. So you might see a couple of exams here as well, because it's not usually necessary, but if it's necessary, we could use some of those exams to sort of fill in gaps in your record. So area C is your math, science. Area E, LOTE is language other than English. You had Spanish. For VPA, visual and performing arts, you had beginning art and design. And then we have your electives down here. Okay, there we go. So your computed GPA was a 3.95. So that's with any AP or approved honors courses included, but they are capped at 8 semesters total. That's standard across the UCs. And that's really just because not all schools have the same number of honors courses available. Some schools only have 5 or 6 honors courses because they're very small. Other ones have, 40 or 50 different UC approved honors courses. So to try and keep it even for everyone, we cap it at 8 semester units added on to sort of bump up the GPA. Let's see. So we have all of your different, all the different subject areas and the number of semesters in each one. There's your grade distribution. And again, for 10th and 11th, because the UC GPA is calculated based on just 10th and 11th, 9th grade is used to meet eligibility requirements like areas, A through G, but those grades are not included in your UC GPA. And then just the number of units in each grade level and your honors by grade. Okay. Let's see. Scores. Okay. So you'll see here that so I think the SATs, the system changed because we're no longer allowed to consider SATs. The system won't show them to us anymore, except there if it's sort of filling in something they're not really supposed to be used as part of the review anymore. So it used to be here, but now it no longer shows. But for AP, you'll see that some of these are doubled up. And that's because we have your official scores. So those are ones that have been pulled in from your AP score report. The S's are self-reported. So at the time that we reviewed your application, we just had the Spanish, Physics B, and this English exam. Everything else came in after you were admitted. We have your activities right here. And notes, I think, should be blank. So because of the number of applications that we get every year, we can't really make notes. There just isn't enough time. I think the only time I've ever seen notes on an application is if someone was, really missing things. In your application, there were no issues. So we can look at your documents if you would like to. We have your UCAIPA senior high school transcript and your AP score report. Did you want to take a look at either of those?
What is the blue half sheet right there on the column?
That's just showing how many units you brought in. So this just shows the exams that you took and how many units you got for them. So it said 40.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So, Did you want to look at any of the transcripts?
No, I'll pass. I can still
Okay.
access those from the high school itself.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
thank you though.
Yeah. So for some reason, the system sort of updated recently, and it's for some reason showing this as the second docs tab, but it's actually the appeals tab. There's nothing here. And then summary. So when your application was being reviewed, the reviewers' names were posted here, but since the review's been completed, it's not assigned to anyone. So this is blank.
Okay. Cool. And I guess I assume that's it. There's no other information because.
Nope, not for your admissions. There are probably other documents that might be associated with your file from like registrar, like your UCSB transcript and things like that. But this is all admissions has.
Cool. Okay. Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you for the time, Claire. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Have a
If
nice
you
day.
think of any questions later on, you can just call us or email us anytime. Okay.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.